Good morning. Good morning to all the folks in our Discord, as well as anybody on YouTube or Twitter that's following us. Um, I got Lulu up here just because the chart is so technically uh, attractive, right? I mean, it's higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. And right now, sitting at a daily resistance point, right? Where it at one point in time was a support level. So I don't want to miss this trade. I don't do a lot of intraday trading with stocks. This may be a swing trade, in fact. They have earnings coming up December 5th. I would suggest you take a look at their earnings report for the same quarter of last year. I think you're going to find it probably is pretty good. So take a look at it, make your own decision on it. I don't want to miss this trade if it breaks this number because I think it could take off. I'd have to go back and look up on. There's my dog right there. On NASDAQ to see precisely what the numbers looked like last time, and I will do that. But in the meantime, let's go to the dailies on our indexes. Let's start out with, let's go yes. Let's see, Trading View. Yep, see, you have to switch your contract on Trading View every morning. I've been in a constant argument with these characters. Here's our move. This is a 2-hour chart. This is our move off of the CPI numbers this morning, which basically came in line. I think the core month over month came exactly in line. Core CPI year over year perfectly in line. Core CPI month over month perfectly in line. Core or US CPI headline up a little bit year over year, right? From the previous of 2.4 to 2.6, but right in line with forecast. It's hard to tell you what's going to happen in the future here because we've ran so much. I mean, some of these stocks like Tesla. Where's Tesla today? You can see what happened to Tesla pre-market yesterday. There's a lot of folks that chased this up here, right, and got blown apart on it yesterday by the institutions, right? So you probably heard, some of the gurus out there telling you to continue to swing Tesla through here, which you'd done well if you'd have sold it at the end of the day on Monday. But look what happened on pre-market on Monday. And it never recovered to that. This is Tuesday. This is yesterday. It never even got close to Monday's highs. So the gurus that told you to chase it up through here tell you to just keep swinging and swinging it because of this move right here. Missed what really was technically the top of this trade, which is right here, 328. Okay, and that's what it kind of opened up at 3 o'clock this morning. I'm expecting this trade to roll back over underneath here today. Here was a top on Tesla. Anybody tells you they sold at the top would have had to have sold it there, and that didn't happen. They didn't call out any of the gurus didn't even start calling out selling it until it opened yesterday right here. Okay, and by that time it had already dropped from 363 to 344. That's 20 points. Figure that out on your options deltas, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So here's what we're looking at today. I've got yesterday's high, which kind of coincides with the open at 599.20. That would be a spot that the bulls would have to retake for us to have a shot breaking into new all-time highs. Otherwise, we've already given up half of the move from CPI. So what am I looking for? I am looking for Thursday's lows to hold right here. That to me looks like a spot because the CPI numbers were good enough and the reaction to it in the swaps market was good enough to make me think that this is a retest bounce right here trade. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at on SPY. I'm not touching any any longs until it gets there. Okay, no longs until it gets there. A break of yesterday's highs. Um, that's your call because you're at 599.30, so you're really close to all-time highs. I just don't see a risk-reward trade up there, but that's the first spot that I would start thinking the bulls could take over and race this thing over 694, which is the all-time highs. What does that look like on ES? ES, pretty much the same thing. 2 hour, let's switch to the 30-minute. I've got an alert. That's that white dotted line right there. That's what I'm looking at for a potential long bounce. Once again, hit that alert line a little bit, actually below the alert line. The alert line pops up to show me where I ought to be looking and watching it. Right. It never got there in the pre-market, or never got there in the Globex session overnight. This is 12:30 a.m. Central. That's as low as it has gotten. A break of that isn't going to scare me. A break of this is going to scare me if I'm long, right? So if I decide to go long here and I don't get the bounce, I will be gone, 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 baby, gone. So I still think we're obviously in an uptrending market. Inflation numbers are under control. GDP is good. Employment numbers are good. Everybody seems to be happy about the new president-elect. Crypto certainly does. It's running like crazy. What is crypto doing today? Bitcoin up 1370. What's that doing to some of the Bitcoin? Coin, oof. Coin's up 585 on the day. 583 pre-market. What MSTR? Those are really the two bellwether stocks I watch for, and it's up 641. So as long as Bitcoin keeps rocking, and it's almost at 89, and the reason it's rocking is pretty simple. Trump, in his normal way, did a 180 on Bitcoin, called it the next Iron Age. So he's obviously behind crypto now, where he wasn't before. And since he's been elected, this particular stock, MSTR, we got the daily. Let's go to the 15-minute. Since he's been elected, which was Tuesday, Monday. I mean, just take a look at this move it's made. What was election day? Tuesday, right here, right? Tuesday, November 5th. So we knew overnight that he was the president. It did pull back a little bit that day, and then it's just taken off, right? Election day, Monday, November 11th. This was not election day, but I'm just saying you can see we had a gap up off of May 8th, Friday, into Monday. So just this whole move shows you that the president-elect idea about Bitcoin and this bellwether stock MSTR that tracks it gives you a pretty good idea of where it's going to go. Now, this stuff has run so high and so hard and so fast right now, I would just be really cautious. I'm not a big fan of taking puts into this because even a breakdown here may not last. It may be a false breakdown. Ideally, right here, 585.54. That would be a reasonable pullback for us on the SPY to start saying, okay, the market has taken a breather. It has let the 20 SMA catch up to itself. Here's the 20 SMA here. Has let the 20 SMA catch up to the market, or the market catch up to the 20 SMA, whichever way you look at it. So, right now, this is the only trade I have planned for the day, unless Lulu, where are you, Lulu, breaks out. Then I might swing trade. This one. It's got to break out though. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm playing the daily chart, maybe the 4 hour. right around there. 323 to 325 area, breakout area. That would be the spot I'd be thinking about. I just think that their earnings potential and guidance is probably going to be very high. So anyway, that's it for me for now.